Hello, welcome back to our online lessons, Primary 5 pupils. My name is Deborah and I'm teaching English. And today we are on our 25th lesson. Last time we talked about the present perfect tense. And we said that in the present perfect tense, we use has, have. Then we use the present participle verbs. We change from negative to affirmative. We change from affirmative to negative. We even formed sentences in the participle. We also formed sentences in the passive voice and the present perfect. So now we are going to begin by doing corrections. I request you to get out your books so that we mark our work. Let's mark the work that we did last time. I left you with an activity. Let's mark the activity that I gave you last time. So you were supposed to rewrite the sentences that I had given, and you were supposed to write them in the negative form. There were 5 numbers, right, in the negative form in the present perfect tense. And we said that the negative form is, we make them negative form by adding note. For example, we have seen him for several months. Now we have to change it to negative. We are going to say, we have not seen him for several months. Then, I have known him for a long time. Negative, we put note. We say, I have not known him for a long time. Or you can even use a contraction, a short form. You say, I haven't known him for a long time. Harry has been to Japan. Harry has been to Japan. Then we change to negative. We are going to say, Harry has not been to Japan. I have known him to be serious. Then we say, I have not known him to be serious. We have lived here for 14 years. We have not lived here for 14 years. Remember that with negative, you have to put not in that sentence. Then our next part was to rewrite the sentences, the negative sentences, and you write them in affirmative. Remember we said that affirmative is the same as positive form. To make them in positive form, we remove all negative words like never, not, any, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we have not gone there. Negative, we are going to say, we have not gone there. Then in affirmative, we say, we have gone there. Number 2, she has not put on a red dress. That is negative. In positive, we are going to say, she has put on a red dress. The snake has not bitten her. The snake has not bitten her. We are going to change to affirmative by removing not. We say the snake has bitten her. He has not eaten my sugar cane. He has not eaten my sugar cane. Then negative, we are going to say he has eaten my sugar cane. The farmers have not planted maize. The farmers have not planted maize. That is in negative. In affirmative, we are going to say the farmers have planted maize. I hope you are making corrections with me. You should get a pencil and mark yourself. When the answer is right, you put a tick. When it is wrong, you put X. Then you are going to write corrections. Here we are supposed to add the question tags. We said that when the statement is in affirmative, the question tag is in negative. When the statement is in negative, the question tag is in affirmative. Remember also say that the statement is separated from the question tag by a comma, and at the end of the question tag you're supposed to put a question mark. And we say that the question tag begins with a small letter. I have watched this movie, haven't I? Because I have watched this movie is an affirmative statement. The question tag will be in negative. Mary has eaten a meat pie, hasn't he? Adrian has received a telephone call, hasn't he? The maid has eaten the baby's food, hasn't she? He has sent the money, hasn't he? So there, all those statements were in affirmative. That's why the question tags are in negative. The teacher has punished the bad children, hasn't she? Even that one is in affirmative. Now the next numbers are in negative. The statements are in a negative, meaning that the question tags are going to be in affirmative. They have not taken their books, have they? We have not been to Kampala, have we? She has not come back, has she? Janet has not finished her work, Has she? Godwin has not been here since last year. Has he? So that is the part for question tags in the present perfect tense. Now, I hope that you have made corrections. We are going to get ready for the lesson. Make sure that you sit in a place which is away from distractions. We are going to look at the present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Remember, present perfect means we are going to use has or have. Then continuous, we are using the present participle verbs, adding ing. So when we say the present perfect tense, we are going to use has or have, then we are going to use ing. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to construct meaningful sentences in the present perfect continuous tense. You should also complete the sentences I'm going to put, and you complete them by using the verbs that I will put in brackets. You change the verbs that are put in brackets to the present perfect continuous tense. So when you go the present perfect continuous, we talk about an action, an ongoing action, something that is taking place at the time of speaking, which began sometime in the past. At the time that I am speaking, something is happening, and that thing began a long time. For example, in which class are you now? You are in P5. When did you come to Kampala Quarter? When did you start P1? So someone will say, I have been studying in Kampala Quarter Primary School from 2017. And I say, for me, I came in 2020. I have been studying in Kampala Quarter Primary School since term 1. So have been means it began sometime back, it is still taking place. Teacher Deborah has been teaching in Kampala Quarter Primary School since 2015. Some say, Teacher Joy has taught in Kampala Quarter Primary School for 15 years. So when we talk about the present perfect continuous tense, we talk about something that is taking place now, which began a long time ago. For example, we can say, it started raining in the morning. It is still raining. So what do we say? It has been raining since morning. So with the present perfect continuous, we talk about an ongoing action that began in the past. We use has and have. Those are the helping verbs we are going to use. Has and have. Then we also use been. We can also use the prepositions since and for, like the examples I formed. Then we are going to use verbs, the present participle forms of the verbs, whereby, remember we said, present participle is formed by adding ing. Then we are going to get the subject of the sentence, that is the noun or the pronoun. He, she, it, Mary, Jane, Tom, Annette, that is the subject. Has, if it's one person has, many have. You talk about I have. Then we add been. Then we add ing. So you should know that he, she, it. Then here any name, even an animal, a cat, a dog, we use has when it is one. I, we, you, they, boys, girls, teachers, presidents, ministers, when they are very many, passengers, we use have. Then we are going to use has been, have been. Then we get the verb, we add I, and you can say he has been eating, she has been going, it has been raining, the woman has been singing, I have been running, we have been clapping, they have been dancing, the boys have been playing. We add ing on the verbs. So we are going to form statements using these pictures. What has been happening? What has been happening? What activity has been taking place here? Shave. Remember the word shave ends with E. And we said that those verbs which end with E, we are going to drop E. We drop E before adding ing. So you're going to say, the man has been shaving his beard. The man has been shaving his beard. What has the carpenter been doing? What has the carpenter been doing? The carpenter has been sawing wood. Remember I said that the act of using a saw to cut wood is called sawing. We are going to say, the carpenter has been sawing wood. Then, what is he doing here? What has he been doing? He has been shining his shoes. Also, the word shine ends with E. So we are going to drop E before adding ing. He has been shining the shoes. Then, here, what is the boy doing here? There is a boy here, there is a man here. So there are two people. What are they doing? What have they been doing? We are going to say, they have been lifting a sack. They have been lifting a sack. Someone can say they have been carrying a sack. But at this time I see they are lifting. What has the cyclist been doing? What has the cyclist been doing? I'm going to say, the cyclist has been riding a bicycle. The cyclist has been riding a bicycle. And that one we say, the man has been cycling. The man has been cycling for a long time. Then we have these people. What have they been doing? Someone will say, they have been offloading a lorry. They have been offloading a lorry. Remember, it is has or have. Many have. One has. Then we add been. We add ing on the verbs. What have they been doing? They have been riding camels. Or we can say the riders have been traveling on camels. The riders have been traveling on camels. Remember we said a rider is a person who rides an animal like a camel, a horse, or a donkey. Then we have these people. What have they been doing? They have been walking. They have been walking. Someone say the pedestrians have been carrying their luggage. The pedestrians have been carrying their luggage. Remember, many have, one has. Then we put been. We use ing. So let's look at examples of sentences. She has been singing a nice song. Because she is one, that's why we use has. The boys have been playing hockey. Umar has been going to mosque for a year. Bridget has been eating a mango. I've been going to the cinema. He has been running along the road. Remember the CVC? We said that those words that end in a CVC, that end with short consonant sounds, we double. Like running, hopping, worshiping, clapping, those ones. So here we have doubled N, because N is in CVC form. The cartoonist has been coming here for a week. The cartoonist has been coming here for a week. Come. The word come ends with E. And we said we drop E before adding ing. The woman has been praying in the church. The journalists have been covering the story. The journalists have been covering the stories. So now, these are the sentences I have formed. We have formed sentences with the pictures. We have again formed sentences here. Now, can you construct for me at least 3 sentences? Write for me at least 3 sentences using the present participle and also has, have, having to make the present perfect continuous tense. Write those sentences. Hurry up. You have 2 minutes. So after you write those sentences, you are going to construct for me. Complete these sentences on the projector here. Complete them using the word given in brackets. Remember, we are in the present perfect continuous tense. Meaning that you're going to use has been, have been, then you add ing on the verb. Then there are 17 numbers. They are 17 numbers. And you want them well written, and make sure you follow the rules of the present participle verbs. Okay? Since you have been good students, thank you for paying attention, and thank you for writing my work. And please don't forget that Corona is still there and it is on the increase these days. Please stay safe. Till we meet again, have a great day. Thank you.